Hi, welcome to Divinely Guided Tarot. This is a love reading for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. So this is a twin flame reading. This is pretty much tapping into what's ahead for for yourself and your twin flame in 2020. What is the new decade bringing you as far as your twin flame journey? Okay, so let's see what happens for you guys. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Divinely Guided Tarot. I'm using two timelines, so of course Divine Masculine will be the main male, number one, and Divine Femme will be the main female. Okay, so I want to know. I also was going to tell you that you can switch the roles here. Okay, the energies are fluid, so you can switch whichever one feels good for you because you are twins. You might feel Divine Masculine's energy, or they might feel yours. Okay, depending on your situation. So I would like to know, Spirit, what is the mindset and energy for Divine Masculine at this time? And what's it going to bring in 2020? Okay. So walking away and the first chakra, which is beautiful. And what is Divine Feminine? The mindset now and what it's going to bring in 2020, please. 2020 now and 2020. Divine Feminine. Okay, anxiety. Anxiety and okay, so maybe perhaps balancing out your anxiety. So Divine Masculine got walking away, and perhaps with the fifth chakra, the first chakra, which is your root chakra, this is opening up the root chakra so that they can have a sense to have the strength. There you go, the strength to walk away from some kind of situation, some kind of karmic cycle. I feel like completing something. They might be ending something within the end of this year, 2019. But as they head into 2020, what is happening is that they finally are going to open up this door and walk through it and not look back. But I get the sense of they're looking back, perhaps to just really almost like a sigh of relief to just pretty much like say goodbye. Okay. And I feel that they're coming back to life with the first chakra being open. This means that you're starting to feel things. They could start to be feeling stuff. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to clarify those because I just want to know what they're walking away from, okay? And let's see. Okay, what are they walking away from? Divine Masculine in 2020. What are they walking away from? Okay. So they could be walking away from something that perhaps didn't work. But what they're walking to is what they want to answer. It's two tens. So 1010, this is starting a new cycle for you, for your Divine Masculine. It could be where they're having independence as far as money, and then also starting a new family. So 1010 is definitely completing some cycle, and so this is what they're walking to in 2010 is definitely having success in family, happiness, financial structure, stability, really having that kind of feeling of like growth, a lot of growth. Okay, so there's a lot of potential coming in for you and your twin flame in 2020, which is beautiful. So they really didn't say what they're walking away from, but what I feel would be with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, if it wasn't something that was stable for them as far as a home environment or a work environment, they could have mastered those kind of things, and they're moving themselves into a new cycle that brings happiness, which allows for stability and happiness in a home. So it's a new beginning, okay? It's definitely what they're walking towards. So with Divine Feminine, anxiety and the yin and yang. So this, at first, I was like, oh my gosh, Divine Femme is still going to be negative or in a anxiety-ridden kind of situation. But once I saw that the yin and yang flipped over, this is telling me that Divine Femme is ending some kind of cycle where there's anxiousness. And what I'm hearing the anxiousness is like perhaps, you know, maybe because you've been waiting, maybe you're ending some kind of and my throat chakra is acting up. So I feel for some of you guys that have been waiting for such a long time, it's almost like a sense where you just want to give up. Like you want to walk away from it because you're not sure if it's coming. But what Spirit is telling you in 2020, you're going to be able to balance out your energy and let go of that fear. And this is where you'll complete a cycle as far as having more self-worth and more self-love, having the sense of self-sufficiency is what I'm hearing, okay? And you're going to be able to balance out. And that possibly could be because your twin is coming in, okay? Yin and yang, masculine and feminine energies balancing each other out. So that's what you have to look forward to. Really, if you're having trouble with your anxiety, you might want to meditate and focus on your solar plexus, okay? This will allow you to somehow start feeling the way you should be feeling rather than having anxiety. And that's just something that they're saying. Whoever I'm reaching, it's like, ooh, their voice. Let's see here. Okay, that's a little better. I had to drink some water, guys. I want to know, my next question, Spirit, is what is the significant change that Divine Masculine will have in 2020? What is the significant change that Divine Masculine will have in 2020? Okay, so the card that flipped over is She Who Grants Wishes. So their wishes are coming true. This is beautiful. This is definitely, it definitely could be the Star card, like where there's just a lot of things that Divine Masculine has been wishing for, and they're coming true. Things are coming to light for them. They're pretty much making these things happen for themselves by having some kind of stability, because I definitely feel with the 10-10, they've completed something and something new is coming in. And what that is stability, having stability in the home, their body, so that they can have stability in the home, if that makes sense, okay, with you, Divine Femme. So beautiful, beautiful energy. They're starting over. And the star definitely is wishing for that twin flame, because even though there's been a separation of the two, the connection is still there. There's two stars there. They're still connected to each other. I see the infinity symbol. I feel like this is definitely your twin. For Divine Feminine, what significant changes are coming in? Okay, so She Who Hopes. So this is your love and your hopes of relationship coming together. Okay, this is really, it's almost like you're marrying each other. Oh my God, I just got it right now. See, with the yin and yang, you're balancing out your energy. And Divine Masculine had the 2 tens as far as the cups and the pentacles. This is balancing out those 2 aspects of their life. And you're balancing out your energy. So you're becoming balanced together. And definitely with the star, it's Divine Masculine wishing for Divine Feminine. And here's Divine Feminine wishing for Divine Masculine. I mean, I'm not making it up. You guys are seeing the cards come out. So this is just telling me that in 2020, you're coming together. You're balancing out so you can come together. Okay, which is very beautiful. Wow, I love it. That's very exciting, guys. I want to know with the Alyssa's She Who Grants Wishes, what is Divine Masculine's wish? What is that wish that's coming true in 2020 is what I'm trying to ask, Spirit. Oh my God, I love it. Coming together with her twin. Like, exciting. This is beautiful. This is Divine Masculine coming together with their twin, and that's what they're wishing for. And that is what they're getting in 2020. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's a beautiful clarification. I love it. Okay, and so I want to know with Divine Feminine, what is Divine Feminine hoping for and wishing for in 2020? So let's see. For something to come down, some kind of wall, some kind of letting go, some kind of resistance, letting go of resistance. There we go. With the 9, this is completing something. So letting go. Okay, this is the hopes that her Divine Masculine lets go. That lets go of anything that has struggled Divine Masculine, whether it's something that could have harmed Divine Femme. from going forward. This is something that they're releasing in order to become empowered, giving that hope, okay? Having the love shine through to help them really heal from something. With the moon, this is where perhaps Divine Femme is getting out of something that, because the Nine of Wands is there with the moon, I feel that this is Divine Femme really being clear, seeing things correctly. So what I feel, because it is hopes, I feel that what Divine Femme is saying here is like there's a hope that Divine Masculine will heal themselves in order to see things clearly and move in that direction. As far as a new start, a new passionate direction, being driven by Divine Masculine. So, in other words, Divine Femme is wishing and hoping that Divine Masculine heals and lets go any kind of walls, see things clearly, and comes back and gives a new beginning with the Ace of Wands, if that makes sense. That's what the hopes are. And I definitely see that you're wishing for the same thing. Divine Masculine is just being very blunt and very, this is it. I mean, they only gave me one card. So Two of Cups, that's what they're wishing for. They're not wishing for anything else. Whereas Divine Femme is being more analytical, and there's a couple more things that they're wishing for. But it's pretty much the same thing coming together. Definitely having a start again. Some like refreshing something, okay? Very beautiful. Let's see here. My next question is, I want to know for Divine Masculine, what has caused this change? What has caused the change in Divine Masculine in 2020? Okay, so the High Priestess and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a knowing, this is Divine Masculine's intuition kicking in, saying, hey, you know, take the lessons that you learned from the past. We see you working hard. There's a lot of work that you've devoted yourself into. Perhaps a marriage that was not suitable for you. Perhaps a marriage that you kept applying all your energy into it and it just was not good. So this is a realization. This is a change, a drastic change that will allow Divine Masculine to move forward. And that is to leave some kind of hard kind of relationship or hard cycle, maybe a work cycle. If your Divine Masculine doesn't have a karmic, it could be just a work cycle that they're ending. But Spirit is definitely saying, whatever you've learned, use it. And that is what's going to cause a change in 2020. I would like to clarify the eight of coins, but I'm just trying to get my cards situated straight, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so what is it with the Eight of Coins? Eight of Coins, what is it that they're leaving? Okay, and Six of Wands, so they're having some kind of victory. What is the High Priestess telling them as far as what can change for them in 2020? With the High Priestess, what does that mean? What is the High Priestess? Okay, so really driving, really steering their life on their own. So what Spirit has done for them in this year, 2019, perhaps is see things clearly and move themselves out of any kind of anguish, anything that, if you see in this card, it's like one person's working, okay? So I feel like they've learned from their mistakes as far as being in an unbalanced relationship where one was given and one was taking. So there's a difference. That's the difference that it is causing Divine Masculine to move forward in 2020. Okay, really with the Chariot, it's really taking charge. It's definitely speaking of the same thing. The Chariot and the Six of Wands is having that drive, that passion to move forward. Okay, and having success, really being empowered and balanced. I hear a lot of balance. Sixes are about harmonizing your life, being in harmony, being balanced, and the Chariot is the same. So it's like you got the message twice, okay? And this is maybe something that they might have been resisting with the Nine of Wands right there. So this is something that maybe they've learned from and they're walking away from, okay? And that's the change that has happened for Divine Masculine, which is beautiful. I love it. Okay, same question. What is the significant change that Divine Feminine has made in this journey that will allow change in 2020? So letting go of conflict, guys. This is where you're letting go of this anxiety. Because you're letting go, when you let go a little bit, things are able to come back to you. If you're sitting there wondering, why isn't this happening? It's taking forever. I've invested all this time. Why isn't it happening? It's almost like they're telling you, let go of that feeling in order for you to let in Divine Masculine. Because, see, you have to be balanced in order for Divine Masculine to return into your life. You have to be balanced, and that means being balanced with you. That means that Divine Masculine is balanced because you are one soul, okay? So I feel that you're definitely having this new understanding of letting go and releasing anything on the inside. This is inner conflict. I feel like this is just definitely Divine Femme having inner conflict. It is a 5, and that is like somewhat transitioning. You're transitioning and making it change. It's a change. It's like something that you're working on to make a change on. And I do feel that by you doing that, you're creating balance for yourself in the new decade, okay? Which is beautiful. And there's that Page of Wands. So this is allowing you to have some kind of balance, to get some kind of message that's going to come in. I feel that you might have been worrying about why haven't they come? Why haven't they messaged? Stuff like that. But see, they're coming in. They're giving you messages. So really sit back is pretty much what they're trying to tell you. And then the High Priestess in reverse, it's definitely letting this happen so that that message can come in, okay? Not letting, letting go of what, they're trying to tell me, the High Priestess in reverse, it's really like you have this knowledge, this inner knowing, but you somehow, with the 5 of Wands, you somehow push it back a little bit. So in other words, they're trying to tell you, follow what you have learned and use it. Don't hold yourself back with that 5 of Wands. And that is what is happening for Divine Feminine. Currently, I feel like it's happening now, so that when 2020 comes, that new decade, you have a much more opening. As far as your energy, you're open to receive the love that Divine Masculine is going to come back and voice to you and tell you, okay? If that makes sense. So my next question is for Divine Masculine, and I would like to know, what is it in 2020 that Divine Masculine feels about themselves, as far as 2020, that is allowing them to move forward into a better part of this journey? Okay, so what came out is the Ace of Wands. They're finding new passion for themselves. With the 4 of Coins, this could be something that, they've been holding on to some kind of opening. Some kind of, the question is how do they feel about themselves? And I'm asking this because in the twin flame journey, if you keep yourself low and boggled and like 5 of Cups energy and depressed and all that stuff, and if you feel that way about yourself, you can't change. But the way that Divine Masculine is feeling themselves is the Ace of Wands, which is telling me they're on fire. They're coming back to life. They have passion. They have ideas. And this is something that way down deep inside they've been holding on to. They've been holding on for this opportunity to come out and really shine, because they've been kept in darkness for some time, perhaps secluded themselves, pretty much like kept maybe under wraps by whoever they were married to, really like attached in a negative kind of way. I feel like this is pulling themselves out of that, and this is something they've been holding on so that this new door opens and they're going to make a better choice now. I feel like Divine Masculine is making a better choice for themselves, okay? And this is allowing them to move forward into 2020 with a much better, like, drive, passion. And that makes them move and take action with whatever doors have been opened for them. Okay, beautiful. Oh my goodness, like these are really empowering messages. It's great. So I would like to know, let's see here, the same question for divine feminine. What is divine feminine feeling? I'm gonna switch decks, guys. What is divine feminine feeling as far as for herself in 2020? Okay, that will help her in 2020. They didn't want to go back in, so they're like, no. Okay, so 8, the strength, which is an 8, having strength, inner guidance, healing, shedding some kind of skin, shedding something that maybe held you back, whether it could be thinking, having self-worth for yourself, I feel, okay? And this is this is like a direction that divine feminine has been moving and has really transformed themselves into having a better understanding of what they're capable of, what their strengths are, how they can heal, definitely feeling better, positive, bright about themselves, which allows them to have some sort of like a strong work ethic. You have 8, and the 9, the sun. So 8, and then the sun. So this is really divine feminine, really becoming balanced. And I feel like with those cards, it's just saying that divine feminine has really balanced something out within the inside, which is really that call from the strength card, saying they have come together and have balance in their life, and they're really moving. It's like you're moving yourself towards that. Okay, for divine femmes, really positive, maybe feeling success within yourself, having self-worth, being self-sufficient, which is allowing for things to work for you now. Really, I feel like having a lot of loyalty, having loyalty within oneself. So really having a change and transformation, and it's something that it's really taken divine feminine some time to get herself to, okay, if that makes sense. So really a lot of healing, a lot of balancing out. 888 is really taking that time to have inner strength and balancing out the core. And this is somewhat of a transformation that divine femme has gone on in order to balance out with the energy of their divine masculine, excuse me. Really finding some kind of passion within themselves, okay? And really perhaps maybe coming to an understanding that you are the healer. You're the healer of this this journey, this twin flame journey, because divine feminine definitely is that feminine energy that heals. It's a healing kind of energy that females hold, okay? Or I should just say feminine energies hold, okay? Because you could carry more masculine energy than your divine masculine does, and you could be more masculine than and they are more feminine, if that makes sense, okay? So I would like to know, my next question is, okay. What is the truth that is being revealed now for divine masculine, that will allow him to move forward in 2020? Okay, so the Emperor, the King of Swords, having clarity. So what is moving your divine masculine into a more clear state in 2020 is having clarity, seeing the truth, really wanting to take charge and have a new beginning with this King of Swords. I think having victory over anything that was mental, any kind of mental blocks. I feel like they've squashed anything as far as not having enough self-worth, somewhat very mirroring to what divine feminine has gone through as far as being more self-sufficient. They're carrying themselves, being more of 8, a balance, that infinity symbol, having balance, very much like the Chariot. So this is what's moving them forward, okay? Clarify the King of Swords. What is the truth? The truth has set them free, guys. So this is the truth that is allowing them to perhaps come together with this plan that they have with their divine feminine, because I do feel they've been planning for this return to divine feminine, but for some time there's been a distance between you and them. And I feel that this is now that space is coming closer to where eventually they're no longer going to be waiting. You're not waiting, they're not waiting. It's something like that gap. There we go. The gap is getting closer so that they can come, you can come together, which is creating balance and clarity. And then having clarity on perhaps someone who might have been attached to them in a bad toxic relationship, or this could be where they're healing from some kind of over drinking, drugs, gambling, something like that. They've had some kind of truth where they've had to put an end to it to detach themselves in order to come back and have that gap get smaller and smaller so that you and divine masculine can come together. Okay. It's really funny because I didn't touch these cards, but these cards just fell out in the floor when I asked this message, and they're just telling me to tell you what they are, because what divine masculine has really gone through is some kind of transformation as far as seeing. They see themselves for who they are, and this is allowing them to have some kind of passion moving forward. Okay, definitely getting a sense of just strength. Like with this card, it's like strength. And like I'm telling you, if you guys could see, it's like it just sort of flung over. Sometimes these cards just get they always have their own energy, and they will move by themselves sometimes. And I know that sounds crazy to some, but my cards are very charged and they will move around on their own. They're electrifying. It's crazy. But they wanted you to see this to understand the fierce kind of change that divine masculine has taken, because they've been empowered with this King of Swords. They've seen the light, and I hear that the truth has set them free. Definitely, the Eight of this is the Eight of Wands is at the bottom, so they're really, I feel like their soul is driving them to make this change, to perhaps travel to divine feminine, to perhaps give a message. Okay. So very beautiful, guys. Wow. Definite transformation all across the board. I love it. Excuse me. What truth has been revealed for divine feminine in 2019 to move them into 2020? What truth? Okay, is that it? All right. So, Five of Pentacles, the fear of being left out. The fear of being left out in the cold. A Hierophant. For some divine femmes, maybe this is them leaving a marriage, something that they held themselves to. Almost the same thing as divine masculine, where they might have, you both might have put yourself in the wrong commitment, in the wrong place, maybe in society, not even religion, or I feel like this could even be like materialistic kind of thing that divine femme has to let go and put to rest. This is a truth that's coming out for divine femme. And if any of this really puts a ping in your heart, it's like, then that's telling you, pay attention to that pain that's coming in with this message, because you might need to let go of some pentacle issues, like materialistic values, living for society versus living for nature and spirit. And this is a change. Okay, it is a 5, and the Hierophant is a 5 in this deck as well. So there's 2 5s here, which is telling you to move yourself out of a materialistic kind of thinking. Whether that's overindulging like with shopping, overindulging with like gossiping, putting yourself at a loss. Okay, like moving out of that. Okay, it's not a negative thing. It's just maybe this is what your truth has been. Okay, because like I said, if it hurts that I'm telling you this, it has some kind of truth in the bottom, but just know that your divine masculine is making somewhat the same changes, because they had a karmic that wanted them to be materialistic, well, this is your opportunity to let go of the materialistic values and let go of society standards, okay, so that you can come together with your union. And I'm having a hard time voicing this because I feel like Divine Femme gets pissed off by saying this, but it's true. Like I said, if you feel it in your soul that you think I'm lying to you, or you think I'm being mean to you, it's the truth. It's like maybe you need to release some kind of materialistic stuff, okay? Just take it. I'm just the messenger. I don't know. This is what they're saying. Sometimes I don't know where these messages come. See, I'm just the messenger, okay? So maybe that's the hard truth that you've learned, is to not be so materialistic and be more raw with you, Divine Femme, taking that strength, healing. These are both healing cards. They're both majors that came out for you. So really having strength and balance is what is bringing your Divine Masculine in, okay? Beautiful. I feel like that's really beautiful. You guys have done a transformation. It's gorgeous. Like, I love it. It's a good, positive thing. Learning and taking what you learn and running with it, okay? That's what this is about. That's what this journey is about. Okay, so for Divine Masculine, what are the hopes for Divine Masculine in 2020 with their twin? What are the hopes, please? The hopes for Divine Masculine. And I mean, this is a beautiful question to ask, but my God, they pretty much said it at the very beginning. They want to come back together with their twin flame. I mean, what better answer could they give? So let's see. Okay. What are the hopes that Divine Masculine has for Divine Feminine in the future, 2020? That's what I'm asking. What are their hopes for their twins in 2020? Okay, so it's this one. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, it's the Six of Cups. I'm sorry, the Nine of Cups, which is, I love that, because in this deck it's saying they're getting their wish fulfilled. This is completing it. This is not asking for it. This is having it. This is them telling you, come be with me. Like, this is it. This is like, they're not wishing for it. It's here. Okay, so that is the hope, that they get to be right in front of you versus spiritually. Does that make sense? I love this card because look at, somebody is a spirit here and someone's in 3D. So they want this commitment to come into 3D, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And that's what's happening. That's definitely what's going to happen. And look at that. Six of Wands, they're traveling towards you. This is definitely what's going to happen in 2020. Where things are coming in, things are docking for you. It's like things are just, you're not waiting in vain. You're not waiting in vain. It's going to happen. And that's the hope. And so they haven't given up on that hope. And that's a beautiful hope, because that makes your dreams come true. Okay. Beautiful, guys. Wow. Okay. And what are the hopes for Divine Feminine as far as 2020 and coming together? Okay. So hoping for that knock on the door, this passionate offer, and having some kind of worry. It's like you guys are still worried about it, Divine Femmes. This is definitely something that you need to let go of. And I get it very much. I'm going to say it again. With the fear of missing out, it's like being left out on the cold. You're worried so much that it's not going to happen. And at this point, whoever's carrying this Nine of Swords energy, it's like, you've got to squash it so that this can come in. That's the problem. And I feel that your Divine Masculine is there. So if you have some kind of worry, it's the worry of putting a time on it. When is it going to happen? You got to let go of that so that this comes in 2020. I'm doing this reading, let's see, 11/10, before 11/11. So you got this rest of the year to let go of this Nine of Swords, this fear that they're not coming back. Have that knowing. Use that energy of knowing so that they can come back, okay? Let go of the materialistical feelings and view. It's almost like letting go of that matrix, that society. Okay, don't tell anybody about your twin flames right now. Don't tell them, because they will steer you in the wrong direction. Stay clear with your focus and your knowing. Your knowing's on fire, so just take that ride so that divine masculine can come knocking at your door, because it's a twin flame. That means you both have to be balanced. You can't be offset at all. You have to be completely 100% balanced with your twin, okay? And it's gonna come. Just don't be scared. Take up a hobby. Do something different to get your mind off of it. Because Nine of Swords is thoughts. It's thoughts. What you're sending out is what you get back. And what fell down is the Two of Wands. Because see, there's space right here. You got to allow for that space to gap to come together. And that is by having a knowing, mentally knowing, okay? And not talking to others about it, because they will sway you away from your journey. That's like the most important thing you have to, you have to do is not talk to other people. I'm having a hard time talking. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm still getting that effect of Mercury retrograde. Please forgive me. But I'm doing my best, okay? I'm only human. Okay, so let's see here. So at this moment, I want to know, are there true intentions that divine masculine holds to come back together in the 3D with divine feminine in 2020? Oh yeah, that was a mouthful. Yes, okay. They laugh at me sometimes, guys. So 7 of Wands, they're standing up. I take this as a yes. They're standing up. They're fighting. This is a person who stands up to the opposing energies. Anybody who is telling them no, anybody who has caused any kind of roadblocks, this is them standing up and saying, I'm conquering it all. I'm standing up for what I want. I'm conquering my feelings, my emotions. I'm going to stand up and fight for who I love. Okay. Clarify the 7 of Wands, please. 7 of Wands. Oh, sorry. 7 of Swords. I read it as the 7 of Wands, but it's very similar. Okay. It's a 7 of Swords, but what is it that they're conquering? Is Ace of, okay, so they're having a new beginning. They're not withholding from you anymore. 7 of Swords is withholding from themselves, holding back. I feel that they're opening up. They're having conversation as far as coming in and giving you conversation about a new start, okay? Really, definitely still standing up, still fighting. Because with 7 of Swords, it's like you have internal conflict. There could be conflict as far as people cheating, maybe you cheating yourself. This is also where you choose to let go of some excess baggage, some stuff that you don't need. So you take it away, but there's still 2 swords left there, and that's left there for divine masculine and divine feminine to come together and talk about a new love. So there's no holding back, is what I feel. Okay, and then there's that 6 of Cups. They definitely, this is what they want. As far as the intention for them is to truly not hold back, and they want to give that offer of love and have a new beginning. Okay. Okay, and I don't know why my throat chakra is acting up. Sorry, guys. I would like to know the same question for divine feminine. Is there any true intentions to open communication with divine masculine in 2020? Okay, so you got the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely. This is you knowing who you work well with. Divine femme, this is saying I'm ready to build. I've built a strong foundation within my mind, my body, my spirit, and I'm ready to add to it. I'm ready to build to this structure, this foundation. I've learned, okay, this is spirit working with you. This is you working with your spirit and working with your twin. 3 is a very beautiful number, because as a soul union, it's spirit, divine masculine, and divine feminine. 3 coming into 1. Okay, so this is, you're feeling balanced, okay, which is beautiful. That's a beautiful clarification for my question. I love it. Okay. So I would like to know, Spirit only wanted 9 questions, and so they were very specific. The 9th question that they came up with is, okay, and it's funny, they're saying the reason 9, it's because you're completed some cycle, okay, and so 10 would be a new beginning. So the reason they wanted 9 questions was so because you're ending this terrible cycle and now you're starting something new, okay. The 9th question is, what advice does Spirit have for divine masculine Okay, so the advice, and it sort of popped out, is Spirit is telling Divine Masculine, don't be scared to be driven by your happiness. Take yourself back to that place with that Divine Feminine. Okay, this is beautiful because there's a connection here, and your souls are tied together, and you're coming back together in harmony. Okay, this is time. This is divine timing with the temperance here. You've healed. It's time for you to roll. Time for you to roll and have that structure and that foundation, and come back to that person that you love. And I'm telling you, it's like you're ready. It's like this is being ready to come together in the 3D. Okay, not so much in the spiritual realm, the 5D. It's coming together. Okay. And then the Eight of Cups, really walking away, but walking towards this. This is what Spirit is telling you. If you're still sort of having some kind of conflict as far as not moving, Spirit's advice is to be happy because you've healed and it's time. There's no more need to have a gap between each other. It's time to come together and travel, to come back together and give this message of love right here with the Six of Cups, which is, oh my God, beautiful. I love it. But, oh my God, beautiful. Very nice, guys. Wow. Wow. I'm speechless. That's never happens, but I'm speechless. Same question. What is Spirit's advice for Divine Feminine? What is Spirit's advice? Okay. I laugh because they shut him down. Okay, so this is time for you. This is the Tower. This is time for you to squash any kind of anxiety, any kind of fear that Divine Masculine is not coming for you, because the Tower is ending something. The Tower is telling you end that so that you can start something new. Like I told you, if you keep yourself in that place of anxiety, you push Divine Masculine back so he doesn't come in. And at this point, I feel that Divine Masculine is very balanced. Okay, they're getting to a point where they're finally letting go of all that karmic stuff and they're becoming more balanced. And this is your opportunity to let go of stuff and become balanced. So you have a fresh start at love here. Okay, it's coming in. And let this cycle end. So maybe this is very big. It's like maybe your Divine Masculine is ready, okay, but your fear is holding them back, okay? And if you really want them to come back to you, you have to believe. You have to have that in your thoughts, in your feelings. All three have to line up. Your mind, your body, and your gut. It's like you all line up together and you allow this new cycle to come in for you. And that is Spirit's advice. It's not mine. This is what they're telling you. Okay. Wow. Like I'm out of breath. This is beautiful. I hope it clears up a lot for you. I think that you're both balancing out. I think that you're definitely, there's a sense of really coming together and really following that knowing. As a twin flame, it's like I get a lot of messages through music and what they've wanted me to tell you, because sometimes when I started my twin flame journey, what my twin would do is just start music playing on my phone. And mind you, I wouldn't have anybody near my phone and my phone would just start playing a song. And it was a song that was very relevant to Divine Masculine and myself because we would sit and listen to music. So this has happened to me before reading this reading for you. It's like I just got a list of songs that just came out that display that they really denote the twin flame journey as far as lyrics. So I'm going to add some songs down below and lyrics for you guys to listen to get you into that mind frame of yes, they're coming, there's balance, there's working, letting go, in order so you guys can come back together. Okay, so check them out. They're really interesting songs. Okay, and I have to say songs and music have always been a big thing in my family. You could go down the hall and each person would have a different song playing in their room. It's just a big thing, and I think that Divine Masculine shared that in my family. And so that's why he would send me messages, and he still does to this day, sends me messages on my phone, which is, I mean, it might be very hard for you to understand that, but I have people that have witnessed it and they freak out. And I say, oh, that's just him. That's him doing that. I don't know how he does it, but he does. So my last cards are, what are divine masculine and divine feminine telling each other? What are their souls telling each other at this time? And I'm getting a little emotional for you guys, so what is twin flames? What are they telling each other? These souls. Okay. First one is, your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. And that just means really staying true to yourself, getting out of negative headspaces, okay? Not allowing yourself to become balanced, okay? Really taking charge, having a knowing that this connection is a powerful connection and you can come together and you're going to heal and come together. Release your worries and receive universal abundance, because you're going to get abundance when your twin flame comes back. So just allow it to come in. Don't keep yourself in fear, not allowing and receiving love, okay? Life is tough, but so are you. And I've always said, if you're in a twin flame journey, you were given this because you have strength. Spirit wouldn't give you this journey if you didn't have the strength to pull through, okay? So there you go. I hope you like this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me your comments, and have a great 2020. Thanks, guys, for your time. Have a great day.